Alright, let's jump into Kaiser Johan though. There we go. So in the color pink, he has the Abbasid Dynasty. This Kaiser Johan going for the house in the bill with 6 workers. It's gonna be with 6 workers. New villager going on gold now. Oh my, is that? Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. And in the back of the base too. Okay, on the other side, RoyalPleco, under the name Fish here in his account. Yeah, this is not a Smurf, this is his main account. It just uses RoyalPleco everywhere except in the game. I'm gonna call him Pleco from now on. Playing as the English in the color green, 7 workers on food. Not going for farms or anything, so a slightly less greedy approach, so maybe we're gonna see a lot of units earlier on. Or maybe this is the greedy approach, and he's trying to save the wood for something else. Let's see. Let's also see the scouting of the players here. So Johan going for his side of the map. Oh, and so is Pleco. Exactly the same. Only 2 sheep for Pleco. That's really bad luck. Well, there should be... Yeah, there's a 1 sheep here. There's 1 sheep over there. Ooh, 3 sheep right there next to a relic. Looking at the map here, this is, of course, Dry Arabia. Lots of small wood lines in the center this time. These wood lines can appear randomly across the whole map. This big gold is gonna be an interesting fight. The game gets into a late game stage. This gold is gonna be critical. We also have corner trade posts. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Oh, there we go. We got the Pleco going for the Abbey of Kings. Very forward. Very forward. Players usually don't bother. Oh, and he doesn't even go on extra gold. Goes immediately on wood. This looks like a very aggressive build to me. On the other hand, we have an eco-wing for Johan. It's not on stone yet. Ah, there we go. Is on food with 5 workers. 5 workers, so that's definitely a bit of a change from what we used to see. Let's see where the rally point is. So rallying to stone is he has 2 workers on gold. So he wants 150 gold to get the 75 gold Fertile Crescent, make the town centers cheaper. And he also wants 75 for fresh foodstuffs. This is very heavy on food, that's why 5 on food. Yeah, 5 on food. Instead of 3 or 4 that you normally would require. But we are facing an Abbey of Kings. Oh, it's going to be a second TC as well. Going to be a second TC as well. I wonder if this is going to be second TC into Fast Castle. Or we're going to see units coming out of Pleco. Starting to look like my early units prediction is going to be wrong. It's going to be a bit wrong. Still a few seconds until the king pops out. So I don't think Pleco has any expectation that the king is going to even get a single kill on at least the first town center building. Oh, that's immediate Fertile Crescent. That should be immediate. Oh no! Kaiser Johan is missing 10 gold. There you go. There you go. The polls. That was perfect timing, though. I am surprised the timing was perfect. I am not surprised that guys of this level have such a good build here. So Kaiser Johan looks like going for 3 TCs. They are very cheap. Let's see what the king can do. So because of the king, the town centers are gonna have to be very, very cautious. So there's one by the stone and the gold. I wonder, maybe it's the only TC. Oh, you even deleted the mining camp. That's smart. Yeah, so King doesn't even attempt to block the TC. Doesn't really have the time. However, Kaiser Johan now has to be able to put on some pressure here. Because we all know if Pleco gets a second TC going and starts getting farms, it's gonna be very hard to stop. However, that is no kills as of yet. Oh, the king in trouble. Damage, doesn't have any armor. Oh, that's a longbowman. Oh, look at that. Pleco trying to put some pressure. Luckily, Kaiser Johan has a lot of sheep. A lot of living sheep as well. Still 14 living sheep. And there are 2 longbowmen out there. So a stable will be required. Yeah, look at that. Floating a little bit of wood is black. So that's really nice of him to actually spend that wood and get longbowman. Oh, look at that. Kaiser Johan going for the 3rd town center. Oh, that's bold. Pleco killing the hunt. I don't think this was a misclick. I think this was on purpose. Trying to spread it out. Doesn't want Kaiser Johan to eventually get a good hunt. There you go. 3rd town center. Getting stable. Bumping out at least 1 horseman. Let's see where the second TC was. On the deer! Oh my! Pleco is... Pleco's gambling on himself here. He's gambling that he's gonna be able to maintain this map control. Because as soon as he loses it, this TC could be toast, or at least the gathering here. But it's not a bad gamble to take. English at this stage of the game, they either go for a fast castle, which is not happening obviously, or they're usually able to pump up a lot of units. There we go, and now we have a horseman and a scout going out on the map, trying to take on the scout of Pleco here. Where are the longbowmen? Oh, there they are. There they are. So yeah, now Pleco just needs to mass his army, right? And eventually transition into men-at-arms once he has enough spears to deal with the horsemen. I don't think he should all in here, but at least put on some pressure and try to get some damage done. Since Kaiser Johan went to the 3 TC approach, I think there's a bit of a timing there. Even though villagers are very cheap for Kaiser Johan, he's spending 96 per cycle. So but that's still like 300 food per minute. You guys can do the exact math there. But yeah, this food here seems to be pressured. Ooh, and it's gonna be tough. Ooh, and there's a king and a spear, so horsemen can't take this. Yeah, this wall still isn't built, but this is a very powerful wall. It prevents the unit. But now... Yeah, forced into early farms here, Kaiser Johan. I don't mind the early farms. Farms are quite cheap for Abbasid. I think these are the 2 strongest farm civs in the game at the moment. The power... Yeah, the power of both really comes later, doesn't it? It's... As you age up, English really starts gaining a lot of power from their farms as you head into Castle Age, and it ends with enclosures, of course. Kaiser Johan is with the agriculture upgrade. But for Kaiser Johan at the moment, not awful. Also not a great position to be in. 9 minutes already making farms and so much food out on the map. Yeah, but as much as his back is up against the wall, he is 3 DC against 2. And his villagers are cheaper, so... I think Yeah, very even, the game at the moment. Alright, Pleco. Oh, this is gonna be bad luck for Pleco. Well, this villager should die. Is it gonna... What's the tax gonna be here? Oh, it's gonna be definitely one horseman. And a scout. Do we have blacksmith upgrades? Nobody has any blacksmith upgrades. Kaiser Johan has the eco upgrades. I like that. Pleco does have more than double the army. Kaiser Johan smartly has expanded behind the base. So now Pleco only has the TC to see, and he also added his farms here in the back. That's really smart against other players, especially certain castle here. Just randomly add farms, right? And then these farms here in the front become threatened. But oh, Kaiser Johan added them in the back. That's perfect. Okay, so yeah, Pleco kind of sacrificing his workers here. Get this outpost up. Already sacrificed one. These two can definitely be a sacrifice. Kaiser Johan will either try to get workers or the reinforcements. Wouldn't be surprised if he went for workers. Tried to force some sort of a reaction here. We have a couple of rams coming in from Pleco, so this is a 2 TC all-in. Even though rams don't necessarily mean an all-in, just the amount of army here and the way that the Pleco just has no resources at this stage of the game here. The kid said this is an all-in, and this could be a good one. So Kaiser Johan has a few horsemen, it's a lot of archers. 20 longbowmen though are quite dangerous. We are fighting in the town centers, and town centers still deal damage. Alright, there we go, good garrison. Oh, if the archers could get the spears! Alright, they garrison into the car. Okay, the king is gonna die. Ooh, doesn't even get the chance to heal. Is Kaiser Johan gonna let the main TC fall? There are 3 workers killed already. Ooh, and the rams really need to go down. And I think Kaiser Johan has staved off the first wave of aggression here. Oh, spears have fallen! And we are seeing one of the new updates come into effect here. That the units, as they come out of siege, they have a bit of a delay when attacking. Oh, that's a repairville! Oh, and we have a counterattack, but there's... Oh, reinforcement spears catching the horsemen. That was unlucky. These horsemen just chilling for the time. Kaiser Johan also with perfect timing on his upgrades. And also, because this is an all-in, it's relatively safe to assume that Pleco is going to want all of his army concentrated here in the front. Ah, so many spears. There's no way for Kaiser Johan to really get a lot of damage. Yeah, but this is damage from Kaiser Johan. He's distracting Pleco, forcing him to thin out his APM a little bit. Like, use your APM on these reactions instead of doing what he needs to do. That's maybe forcing a little bit of a possible mistake. Also, we're getting Castle Age using the military wing. Now, military wing, the free camels are not going to be amazing. There's no cavalry here for Pleco. He doesn't even have men-at-arms, which the camels could be good at. But getting Castle Age, massively important. The health upgrade, amazing. Composite archers could also be really good, especially when you have 40 archers. They become really sick. Really sick archers. So this is perfect wing for Kaiser Johan to go up with. A lot of workers on gold, indicating that he really wants those upgrades. Kaiser Johan. Also, let's see, this is a lot of stables and ranges. Getting racks, so he is adding some barracks. Yeah, so some Gulam might be in the cards here. 4 rams, a lot of ram here. Destroying the main TC, I don't think is really... Yeah, but there's nothing else showing Where's the rest of the army? The rest of the army is chasing some of the cavalry, but not all of it. One of the rams goes down. Oh, and I think Kaiser Johan has got this. Now that Gastelage has come in, he has enough time and space to really do this. Oh, is he adding... Oh, camel archers. What? Archers are really, really bad against longbowmen. Especially taking into account their cost. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, so Kaiser Johan adding Gulams, getting upgrades for archers and horsemen. Oh, that's a wolf. Oh my god, the wolf's getting kills, man. Wolf's getting kills. And the spears, they keep doing this, right? So if Pleco doesn't spend his APM directing the spears, they are just gonna go to a corner of the map. Oh, he's trying to add in walls, but I think because he spends so much on getting those rams and getting their early armor, yeah, look at his economy. He's 16 minutes, is already behind on tech, and is behind on eco to Kaiser Johan. Yeah, this is not, it's not good. Not looking good. Alright, Kaiser Johan taking down the proxy here from Pleco. Right, the proxy barracks and the tower. All these horsemen here are... Oh my god, a whole army chasing up a few horsemen. This is absolutely awful. Okay, so the farms might be protected. Eventually, not now obviously, but... like 56, 3 and 9 HP on these horsemen. That is not good. One thing I'm noticing, nobody going for any relics really. Oh no, wait, Kaiser Johan is relics. Can I get a location here on the Imam? What's my hotkey? I'm still creating it. Oops. Okay, the scout is seeing what's going on. 2 siege workshops in the front. Oh, that has to be Travs, right? Okay, the rams are back home. Preserving the rams is important. This is a sizable investment after all. Get a white tower in the front in the second TC, and exactly what I said here. All of this economy could be threatened, and the second TC is threatened as well. But Pleco's still only 74 workers. This is... How do I put this? This is... Like, he needs to take really good fights now. He needs to use siege really well. Problem is, siege got that nerf against archers, right? And, archers, something we have plenty of. On both sides, really. Oh, getting opposite bows, I love that. I was about to check the upgrades. Yeah, I would also not be above ending agriculture at the moment. For Kaiser Johan. I think the second, this is the wood upgrade, right? They have new icons. Oh, he's going around, not going through the white tower, which is smart. Yeah, it's smart. Using the rams, maybe try to soak some damage. And these archers, they are going to be so good with composite bows. Alright, we have a scorpion. Oh, look at that. They just don't deal a lot of damage, though. I guess they're really good against infantry. Not really against cavalry, but... Oh, that's a cool bolt. Oh, man. And Pleco falls. I feel like... Yeah, this was a good game. Pleco could have been a little bit, I don't know, more conservative with the push and just try to kill workers and get damage. Try to go for a bit of attack damage, because as soon as this happened, the game was clearly over. So the fight in the town center happened. It's still a very good game. Yeah, but Kaiser Johan just traded so much better. So much better. I like the Springled. That was a good addition there to the army. Seeing how the new Springles work, they don't deal a lot of damage. Alright, let's go. 1, 2. And that's it. Yeah, let's go. The color red winning the series 1-0. Still have it. Doesn't change that. Yeah, now we're good. So in the color red playing is the Chinese, it's Kaiser Johan. And the color green, French, it's Pleco. So French versus Chinese. So Chinese is very complex. The French a very simple one. Very straightforward game plan. Just get knights, where the Chinese a little bit more versatile. Their approach also, that's what kind of makes them difficult to play with. Let's go over the map. Frisian marshes. Sorry. Yeah, you have these lakes with fish on them. These are all the shoreline, so no docks anywhere for permanent fish. But these are all over the central area of the map here. They extend from these edges of the map. On this other side here, there's a lot of wood, some hunt. Definitely that boar there, the 2 trade posts. And just a little bit of extra space overall. These big wood lines are on the edges of the map. So it's a very imbalanced map, and that's what makes it balanced, right? The resources are not scattered all throughout the map. They are in clusters, but that's what makes it really nice. The relics are also in the marshes here in the center, which these marshes are very interesting because on the one hand, not a lot of food outside the marshes, right? We have this one hunt and this hunt. Echo? Right, the hunt here. Johan. And the berries of both players. And that's gonna be about it. It's gonna be about it. There's not a lot of other resources. A lot of food. So you are encouraged to expand into the shoreline fish. But expanding into the shoreline fish, against French especially, it's dangerous. Right, however, Kaiser Johan, 16 sheep for him. 8 sheep for Pleco, so not a great sheep haul for him. Okay, going on the hunt, I like that too. Using 2 scouts, so yeah, he's definitely gonna get that luring in. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quick survival techniques, especially considering how cheap it is. Good grief. Costs 65 total resources. Right, we're getting Imperial Dynasty first from Kaiser Johan. 1 on gold, so is this song? Could be song. But this Imperial Academy, very reserved. In a tight spot. Okay, Kaiser Johan knows about the hunt. Getting his school of cavalry. Wood is starting to get chopped now, and for Pleco, it really becomes a lot about getting as much damage as you can with those knights. And then trying to go for Castle Age. If you stay too long in feudal against Chinese, especially after they get the turtle going, with a barbican, and like get some farms in the back of their base, it's really difficult to get damage. Oh, there we go. We have some harassment here with 2 scouts. And if there's a telltale sign that knights are coming over, it's this. So we're adding barracks. Kaiser Johan adding a decent amount of wood here. Is Kaiser Johan microing? He is microing the field. No, he's not. He just has an official going around, which is smart, and I like it. And I think that's enough gold for everything you ever needed. Alright, another barracks. So adding 2 barracks. There goes the first knight. Let's see what kinds of damage this bad boy can deal. Oh, excuse me. That was terrible on my part. Pleco almost getting in there. There's a spear. There are 2 spears. Kaiser Johan being very careful here with the spears. Oh, this one spear could actually fight this, but he wants to lure the scouts. He doesn't actually want the spear to get caught. Here's a knight, so a single knight could take on a spear. The problem is, you're paying heavy taxes on an expensive unit. And Pleco might destroy this village, but again, didn't even set up the turtle really well. Kaiser Johan, and already feels like there's no damage to be had. Is Pleco not on gold? He's 2 on gold. Adding a range! Oh, he's adding a range! So I think Pleco again is gonna try to go for massive aggression here. And, like, in theory, if you manage to kill the spears, then it's easy damage for the knights, at least on the eco front. The problem is by the time you get there, Kaiser Johan should be Castle Age. Yeah, or at least have such a big army that the spears don't just fall easily, right? And if there's someone that can just mass a lot of units, definitely is the Chinese. Alright, Kaiser Johan gonna take the gamble first. He's gonna go to the marshes. And this is an easy mill right here in the middle, I think. Ah, yes. Start taking the fish without heading the mill. Ah, there we go. Oh, that's not the best that's the best barbican. And keep in mind, the barbican hosts 8 workers, of 7 workers building it. So Kaiser Johan could even add 1 more. Right, we have archers now. Kaiser Johan is actually doing a really good job defending this. Great positioning from the spears. Great positioning from the spears, and is Pleco adding? No, he's adding knights as well. Oh, and this is absolutely perfect from Kaiser Johan. Great barbican holds this great area here. Already has the first food upgrade. Kaiser Johan. You definitely don't want to be under the TC, and you're 9 spears. There's a small area here where you can do something without being in the area of anything. Kaiser Johan is getting ranged attack for those Jugnus, and looks like this is going to be what I like to call the defensive all-in. So, because Pleco was doing this big push, Kaiser Johan can just try to win the big fight and win the game that way. And it's interesting, the goal isn't even to get rams, the goal is really just to hold on, win the fight, and win the game another way. Which is a good goal. That's a good goal, I'm not even going to question that. If Pleco spots this, he goes the more macro style, more macro focused game plan. Not even saying you should add a second TC, but definitely getting upgrades, aging up, trying to get some of that, those upgrades for your units, some of that siege. This feudal army doesn't scale well for Kaiser Johan, but in feudal it's unbeatable. When this fight, definitely a big win here for Kaiser Johan. And that's what he's doing. He's going to make a big push. He's going to try to win the big fight now that his army is good. 14 spears, 19 Jugnus. I like archers a little bit more than Jugnus. Simply because of the range, but the spears might make the fight a little bit awkward. Kaiser Johan doesn't want to lose at least all of the spears. Right? Because then otherwise, Jugnus against knights, that's definitely a losing fight. Scout dies, but it gets info. Trying to get a brace. Going is Pleco, because if he manages to get the brace and not get hit, then 100% a win. Yeah, Kaiser Johan is pushing. No siege engineering as of yet. So this might actually be an offensive all-in after having to defend a little bit early. Fighting under the TC should be a win for Pleco. Pleco has to keep retreating. Don't fight the spears. The spears are kind of falling. Still 14 spears. It's so many. These archers need to kill spears. You can't afford to kill another... To kill the Juggernautes with the archers. Oh, that's gonna be a great charge. That was a good charge, not a great charge. And great micro from Kaiser Johan. Everything's so precise. 32 Juggernautes. No looking back here from Kaiser Johan. Is Kaiser Johan adding any buildings here? He's got 4 ranges, 2 barracks. Holy moly. Only 10 spears. If the spears get to like 4 or something, that's Kaiser Johan's cue to move in. Moves in too early. The knights are dying. But as the knights are dying, so are the spears and the Juggernautes. But 33 Juggernautes. They're starting to deal a ton of damage. All these knights, they are splitting, but they aren't... it's not viable anymore to attack with the knights, and... The archer numbers are so thinned out here. But the next couple of knights here should make this fight a bit more worth it for Pleco. So Pleco here in this tier is also making some fish here. Oh, and he concedes. I think that's series. See the stats, there's so many units pumping out. Pleco really need the fight there. Oh, that was definitely PC idle time. Oh, and that is definitely a lot of army. That was a nice series. Oh, very even KD. Some of this killed the here includes knights, which are a little bit pricey, so destroyed value definitely on the side of Kaiser Johan there.